Listen, if you want to make this money that the ancestors want to bring your way, you're going to have to work really hard to block out all distractions. And I don't mean the external distractions, because that's easy to block out. You can put your phone on do not disturb. You can stay away from everybody. You can stay in the house. But I'm talking about that internal dialogue that you have with yourself that puts you in a state of perpetual procrastination. Okay? Waiting until tomorrow. Tomorrow ain't gonna come if you don't seize this opportunity. Your workload is about to triple. That's what I'm hearing. And your harvest season is going to be equivalent to the amount of work, consistency, and dedication that you commit to every single day. Okay? The rewards of the future are due to those that put in the work today. Okay? So when this message makes it to your timeline and you are in perfect alignment, there's going to be some internal negative self-talk, right? Where you're going to say, I'm tired. You're going to say, I want to do this, but maybe I'm not that good. You're going to be conflicted with the disciplines that's required to see what you desire into fruition, to get out of that 9-to-5 job, to just transition completely from one phase of a tax bracket into another. This is the part of the underbelly that nobody talks about. Yes, you may see the outcome of what those sacrifices look like, but the confidence that's required is only going to be developed from going through the daily internal battle that you have. It's you against you season, okay? So if that's you, this message is definitely for you. I do feel like whoever I'm talking to, you tend to escape into your own fantasy world, all right? The dreams, the thoughts, the ideas, they be there, you understand? But you use them as a place to daydream about, fantasize about, but you struggle with making it tangible. Okay, the creative inspiration or the creative nudge or idea that you have to start something, is the discipline and the character is being developed as you do it little bit by little bit every single day. And Spirit is saying, don't get complacent when I say little bit and you tell yourself only one is all you got to do. One, if you've already been doing one and you are plateauing, something about plateauing here, where it's no longer a challenge for you. You got to stay, your sweet spot is going to be where it's always a challenge for you. When it stops being a challenge for you, just like working out, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you do 10 minutes and you say, I just got to do my little 10 minutes or my little 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. Once you master doing 10 minutes and it becomes easy for you, that's your body telling you it's time to increase it to 20 minutes. Okay? Once you get comfortable with 20 minutes and it's no longer a challenge for you, it's time to up it to 30 minutes. That's the kind of rhythm that Spirit is telling you to stay in. And don't get distracted about how long it's going to take, how many days it's going to do it. Don't worry about the logistics. Just keep listening to your body, okay? Because you won't really know what your body is capable of if you keep telling yourself that you only got to do this or you only got to do that. Okay? That's you trying to be logical or a mathematical brain, and mathematics ain't going to take you where you're going. New tax brackets, okay? Financial freedom, it's going to require conditioning. Condition season is upon us. All right. So Spirit is saying, at this phase, it's no longer an adventure. It's no longer just, I'm attracted to this. I like this topic or I like this thing and I want to just do it. No, you got to have this. You got to have this ambitious spirit that is so prideful about getting it done that when people come and say, "Oh, take a break, you work too hard," you ignore them and you keep working harder. Okay. Because every last single person to say, "Oh, you doing too much," or "you doing this," or "you doing that," that's the way to trick you out your spot. And that's your subconscious realm using other people to mirror to you your own the internal conversation that's happening, even though you may not be trying to acknowledge it. It's just used as a way to make you aware of what lies beneath the surface. All right, so let's see what's coming towards you in finances. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. TC here, your friendly psychic medium here on the internet. I do this for the girlies, okay? All right, this message feels like it's designed to get you out of your own way. And it's just what you need, just what the doctor ordered to get some momentum in your life, for you to catch this wave. Okay, there's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of, the red light special is on. There's a lot of money out here to be made, okay? Okay, so for those of you guys that can't quite let go of a 9-to-5 yet, it's provided some type of consistency, some type of room, some type of expectation. That's cool. That's cool. You just got to work 10 times harder, right? Conditioning season is saying you could do this, 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 and this. But if you got people around you that's saying like, "Damn, you always working, you never take a break," that's because they sitting on their ass. You see what I'm saying? Or "Damn, like you still doing this," or whether it's coming from like comments, whether it's coming from constructive criticism, everybody is paying attention to how much you're unavailable, how much you are going hard, and it's all the criticism or the advice or the "I'm aware that you're doing extra." It has nothing to do with you. That just means that they're paying extra attention to how hard you're going. They're trying to determine it compared to how hard they're going, and then saying, "Damn, why are you going so hard?" It's because they want to be going as hard as you. Okay, so there's some type of foundation that's being laid out for you. Okay, you've already started it. Do not stop. You hear me? This is your New Year's resolutions. You do not stop. Okay. So a lot of people are going to be missing the old you, is what I'm hearing. When you had availability in your times, in your schedule, and things like that. I see you kind of like dodging, blocking. I don't know if that was my dog or what, but yeah, you're going to lose a lot of people during this time. Okay. You're going to lose a lot of people during this time. Just be prepared. People that used to know you, remember the old version of you. I do feel like they're going to be mourning the old version of you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's like, you don't have time for me anymore. You don't have time for the relationship. All you do is work, 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 work. This is a problem for me. You've changed. And they missed the old version of you. But you're asking yourself, in the near future, when I sacrificed putting all of my time and energy into whatever craft or whatever I was doing, what did I gain out of it? What did we do? Sit around, spend money, talk about the dreams, but nothing came from it. Nothing matured from it. So, I'm seeing someone feeling as if you're not fulfilling some type of need of communication that they want from you. And you're going to feel the emotional disconnect in something romantic or something that's feeling based. And that's because this is this person's way of keep staying attached to you. So that way you don't really outgrow them. Okay, and it's like I'm moving on. Like I gotta leave you alone now because you don't have time for me. I gotta move on to someone else. But at the end of the day, this is someone that's gonna spin the block back around. Once you get to where you're going, they will spin the block, and then they will feel like, "Damn, you really went far. You really did X, Y, and Z." Meanwhile, They weren't there when you were shooting in the gym. They weren't there when you were conditioning the body. They weren't there when you had this sealed tight routine to guarantee that you got where you were going. So they're going to be saying like, damn, I wish I would have did this. Or you're going to start hearing like, I'm proud of you. Like, I think I could do it too. Okay. So that means that you're outgrowing your peers. You're outgrowing your social groups. You're outgrowing the norm. You're leveling up, honey. Okay. And this level up, it's gonna require boundaries, because not everybody that's gonna be there to witness your victory is gonna be happy for you. So projecting is gonna say like, damn, you're gonna burn out. They're gonna be telling you like, oh damn, you're gonna burn out, or oh damn, you're gonna hit a pitfall if you don't slow the fuck down, or you're gonna have a health issue if you don't slow the fuck down. And those are all projections. And if you take on those as you're going through this period, if you take on those titles or claims that other people are projecting your way, it will negatively affect you. So be prepared for you to come off as someone that's arrogant, rude, mean, and it's because they couldn't get you to sit down and do, nothing with them. Like you're no longer sitting on the corner doing nothing with them. You're no longer sitting around drinking, smoking, partying with people. You're changing. Like that shit is old. The people that deserve the fruits of the labor in the future are those that put in the work today. Not just think about it, dream about it, but they put in that work today. Okay? Somebody's son gonna find you one day. And it may not be this person, but I do feel like this is a person's tactic to emotionally manipulate you back into complacency. Back into a black on black. Okay, that could be a rap song. Back into a space of complacency. And so the sting and the emotional rejection that you feel from someone not wanting, for them saying like, I'm moving on, I'm leaving. Okay, what can you do with that? You can't do shit with that. If they want to leave you, they want to move on, that's their right. Yeah, narcissist. Okay. Dang, my battery trying to die on me, y'all. No. Somebody said my battery trying to crash out on me. This person wanted you to feel sleepless nights, but what also attracts, there's a romantic tie here. What also attracts this person to you is how ambitious you are, is how outgoing you are. So why they slowing you down is confusing to me. Okay, why they suppressing you, giving you the silent treatment, all this other stuff, and playing every tactic in the book is crazy. But you've already learned this lesson before. Somebody wants you being lazy with them. And then they're going to come back into your life, and now all of a sudden they want to cooperate. But this time they want to cooperate where you dependent on them. Somebody wants you to be dependent on them financially. Foolish. That'd be a foolish move for you to attach yourself to someone for some type of security. You learned this lesson in the prior season, right? Because yes, you learned this lesson in the prior season. Whether this was like a social group, a friend group, how a living arrangement, an invitation, someone you met. It seems like this is something you learned before. Or someone wanted to like tell you that you could slow down because they were applying what they learned on their journey when it came to their learning and their human experience. But y'all don't have the same North Node. y'all are not identical. What's their inheritance for them and how they're supposed to go about receiving that ain't got shit to do with you. So another person's advice when it comes to where they are on their journey, remember, the part of the underbelly that you don't see is their birth chart. Okay, why certain resistance was coming up with their life lessons and what they had to go, what doors were open or hindered for them has nothing to do with you. So the universe is telling you that right at the height of your success, there's going to be romantic interests. There's going to be friends, family, people that you care about that's going to want mainly a romantic interest for sure. That's going to want to offer you something steady. Let's get in a relationship. Let's work on something. And you have to be honest with yourself. Do you really have the time to invest in a relationship? You know what I'm saying? Would you leave? Are you ready to leave behind all of this ambition and all of this prosperity that you have? It's like you work hard now, you can play later. And whatever this person is offering you in the next 3-5 years, you making 10 times more than them. Hell, you could travel, you could fly their ass out. You could take them to Dubai. And this person feels like that's where you headed. You headed towards having complete wish fulfillment, free. You know what I'm saying? Free to do whatever you want. Someone's struggling with this transition, and it's because they aren't going through the conditioning that they're supposed to be going through to get where they want to go in life. This is someone that's like, I'm leaving that phase or that chapter in my life behind, and I want something solid with a person. I just want a simple life, an honest life, just go to work every day, come home, and have a very normal life. So if you've been given a vision that you have a grand life, that you live a royal lifestyle, that you don't have to do the cooking and the cleaning, and you have people cooking and cleaning, and you're employing other people and putting food on other people's table. When you have someone romantically coming in and saying like, forget having to, just having to sacrifice your free time and do all these different things. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of this. And all you got to do is focus on cooking, cleaning, and doing domesticated roles. That's what this is giving. But read the fine print. Because I feel like there's a hidden agenda. This person kind of wants you to it's going to take you 20 years to get where you're going versus 3 to 5. Then in the next 20 years, are you going to resent this person? You got to think about that. All right. I think you're going to be able to see, because you've been defeated like this before. Some of you guys, you got defeated like this early on in your life, where you were already rerouted and you went that route first. And now you're accessing your north node, which is taking you down a whole nother path. But you're meeting the same energy in a new body. The same energy of feeling as if you're going to be, like, you can't be contained. Like, you're this vast universe with not just potential, you're now actually wielding that potential into a manifestation. So in their mind, if I delay your potential, I also delay your manifestation. And that'll give me time to procrastinate. That'll give me time to kick my feet up, because I don't have no intentions of putting in the work that you are willing to put in right now. But at least I could use you as my footstool. Pay attention. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Matter of fact, I'll see you in the comments. Okay, bye.